Hey, it's Gary at Sportsman Cycle. I'm going to rip down today a 2024 YZ450F shock. Just for service. He doesn't want to do any seals or anything, just get the oil out of it. It's probably at his 20 to 30 hour limit, so I'm going to basically tear this down for you. Start off with the biggest thing of counting clickers and recording all of them. People take a lot of time in getting these right where they like them, and the worst thing you can do is ruin that for them. On the low speed. Gonna go ahead and set that to 0. Full open. Rebound. Just till it's lightly seated. Shock rebounds at 15. He's already removed the spring for us before he brought it in. Go ahead and set that back to 0. Make a little dot where he had his, so we don't lose the counting on it. Basically 1.5 turns out. Compress the shock, just so you can make sure that it's flowing through the needle on the rebound. Alright, so Racetech sells the needles and to charge, and I use the old ones to drain all the nitrogen out of it. It's about drained with all the nitrogen. Leave the shaft extended. Give her a nice little tap. Just to expose the snap ring. Another Racetech clip tool. You pop that out. Now, see there's a bunch of dirt in there. I'm gonna spray it out and then blow it out before we get too involved with that. That way no big chunks of dirt get in there. I mean, we're gonna clean it anyways, but. Now the snap ring is exposed. It's an easy way I like to do it. Let's get this snap ring out first before we start messing with any of that side, because it's such a pain to get onto. Cover it with a rag, force it down, and that pressure we'll release it like a firework. Now the bladder has extended. It's gonna pop, make a mess. That's why we float it over here like this. Pulled it 90% of the way out at least. So, one of my favorite tools, the Nipix, gives me enough room to hit on that, so I'm gonna extend the shaft again to take some of that pressure off of it, because it usually makes a mess. And then there we go. Gonna dump off the top oil. Gotta keep it from making a mess everywhere too. I have to use this chisel. Get in there. slowly work it so it's not damaging it. Pop out top circlip. Oop, spill it all over the floor. Spray some of the dirt out. Okay, I'll cover this the same way. Basically get this seal head out without smacking yourself in the face. Alright. It's a nice good even tug on that thing. And let it sit on this drain table for a while. And then we'll come back and clean it. All right, and we're back. So now everything's cleaned, it's been drained, cleaned, ultrasonic. We are going to vacuum bleed it. So use this bottle to suck out the rest of the top just to save some, but we can recycle some in there just so we don't have to keep filling up our vacuum bleeder. Doesn't need to be completely full, it's just so that it helps a little bit. So work it back in. Sure it's all the way down so that you can get your clip back in the groove of the shock. Go ahead and lightly tap this down. Tap it down with a mallet, not a framing hammer, so that way you don't leave any dents in it. Now I'm going to run my shock bleeder. Pull a nice vacuum, get all the air bubbles out of it before we recharge it. Charge it full, put air behind it now to refill it. We'll cycle this a few times to get all the bubbles out of it. Release the air pressure. Making sure that is seated. suck out the excess oil so that way we don't waste a bunch of it. I want it to overflow a little bit, but don't need to be wasting about that much oil each time either. So, a little pro tips with these things. Let's put the needle in first before we put the bladder on to make sure this piece doesn't pop out, because it has a tendency to fall out on the inside of it. Make sure the bladder is fully extended. Push down, pop the clip in. Lightly put nitrogen in it just to get it to seat the cap. Okay, it's seated. Now we can charge it. Set it in the ultrasonic to clean it up a little bit more. Go back and reset the clickers for him.